Hi, this is Rocky Mountain Jazz Choir. You're listening to the West Ada Podcast. Go Braves!
So they don't really know what they're in for. So I love seeing the magic of them seeing what they signed up for. They're like, this is actually going to be so cool.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very special Pulse edition of the West Ada Podcast. We are at Rocky Mountain High School.
Yeah, it's cool here.
Oh my gosh, we're in the choir room. And just to let you all have a look at the arts today is super cool. So we've got some great guests.
Oh yeah, we have Brandi Cook. She's the choir director here at Rocky Mountain High School. She's been in this position for 5 years and brought along with her a phenomenal senior named Patrick Dykman. Super cool kid, and just the talent that these students have is so exciting.
Well, and I love this because it gives you a chance, hopefully you as a viewer, whether you're a teacher or just a parent, to see kind of what it's like and the enthusiasm from Patrick in the choir, but also to let you actually hear them perform. They're preparing for their holiday performance. And so we're going to let you hear that as well. So just super excited. Thank you for being here. Let's get to it.
We are here today with Brandi Cook, the choir director here at Rocky Mountain High School, and Patrick Dykman, who is a senior in choir. Welcome.
Thank
you so much.
Actually, I almost feel like I should say thank you for hosting us here in your beautiful 100%. Facility.
It's always nice to get out and about. And so here we are at Rocky High School. This is pretty darn cool. Brandi, let's start with you. I mean, your background. You've been with West Ada and with Rocky for about 5 years now. How did you begin doing what you do? Obviously, you love music.
Yes. Well, I remember sitting in my choir director's office at 15 and saying, I want to take your job when you retire. So what do I have to do that?
You knew that young.
And yes, I did.
Oh, wow.
And so my first job was at Kuna High School. And my high school director, her first job was at Kuna High School. So I ended up there right out of high school, or right out of college, not right out of high school. But I did look like I was in high school. I
bet, yeah.
And so I was 22 years old, and I was right there, fresh green, and started teaching there. And I stayed for 10 years and started with next to no one, 37 kids. And I left with over 200.
Wow.
Way to grow the program. I can't imagine. Holy moly.
Yeah, she does.
So it was really awesome. And then I moved to Minneapolis for a few years.
Just a little stint
4
over in the
years.
cold.
And I taught community choir there. And I got to work with some amazing people. I didn't realize I moved to the choir mecca of the United States. They call it the land of 10,000 lakes and 10,000 choirs. And
I had no idea.
Me either.
Really?
I didn't know. And then I got there and I was like, whoa. And so I got to really experience some different things there. I was on a board for a boys choir, and I directed a treble voice choir, and it was just really an amazing experience, and got some different experience and worked with different people, and then came back to Idaho in 2017, and I taught community choir, and I still do here in the Valley.
Okay.
Then after I had been here 3 or 4 years, I got a call saying, hey, there's a job posted and it's part-time at Rocky. Do you think you would consider applying? And I was like, well, actually, my youngest is going to kindergarten next year, so that would make sense.
You got some bandwidth and all the things.
Yes, so I started with 3 choirs, 63 kids in the program, and now year 5, we have 180 kids in the program.
That is so cool.
So it's really, really awesome.
Well, okay, for frame of reference, is that is 180 kids pretty standard across our high school programs in the district?
Pre-COVID, it was.
Okay.
And I think now we're really taking off, and I think everyone else is still, they're all increasing every year.
Sure.
Post-COVID, there's a lot of things that happen when you, the middle schoolers are seniors now that were in the 7th grade.
Patrick knows the things
or 6th grade.
Yeah.
Sixth grade when COVID
4 or 5
hit.
of us. I don't know.
And
There's a lot of
so
us.
that is tricky because those kids were in the 6th grade right when COVID hit, and then they didn't even have choir for a couple of years at the middle school.
Right.
So literally,
a hugely formative time.
Yes. So we have all of the kids that were in choir, and then they've brought their friends. So we have we started with 7 seniors going into this year.
Oh yeah, that's the number.
And now we have like 20 something seniors. So they brought their friends, but a lot of them, this is their first time singing.
Yeah.
Okay, Patrick, how did you get involved with choir?
So for a long time, I was actually singing for MCO, and then
What is MCO?
so it's Millennial Choirs and Orchestras.
Okay.
It's kind of in that area. But then eventually I stopped doing that and I did a little bit of orchestra. But then I came back to choir in sophomore year because I had a friend who was in jazz choir who thought that it would be a lot of fun if I came. And that's Emily Duffin. She actually got a lot of people.
Yeah.
Oh, she was a marketer. She brought everybody in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, explain for our listeners too, and I apologize. I'm very ignorant in the singing world. Like singing "Happy Birthday" is a feat for me. So,
Yeah.
explain that. You mentioned jazz choir. What are the different choirs that you have here?
Yeah, so we have treble varsity, which those are the treble voices, and then we have a cappella, which is like our big choir, and we also have jazz choir, which is kind of smaller, and we sing some jazz tunes. But concert choir is our non-audition choir, and that's also a lot of fun.
Hey, so there's an option for people who want to participate, but maybe are scared to audition or something. Brandi,
Right.
what does that look like?
So concert choir, they can just show up. And this year we have 60 kids in that class. And there are about 40% of those are tenors and basses. So we're pretty matched, which is rare.
Yeah,
We're
It's
excited.
usually it's hard to.
And so
sure.
we're really excited about that. And so they, there's a lot of them and it's busy and they all brought their friends. So it's busy, but it is really fun.
Well, I think that's probably a testament to you and your teaching style, that it's a fun place that kids want to be, and their friends are all here and it's growing.
Right.
So good job.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Why do you? I mean, this is a very broad question, Brandi. But why do you do what you do? I mean, obviously you love music, but I mean,
Right.
some of these kids probably don't have a lot of music theory. I mean, what does teaching look like for you?
So in my first year of teaching, I went to a conference and the clinician, his name is Eve Ely, really spoke to me about why I do what I do. And I have it in my office, and there's a poster that says, "Stop teaching people music, teach people through music." So the goal is
So
to
paradigm shift, kind of.
teach people how to be better human beings, how to work hard, how to be part of a team, how to show up when you're supposed to, all the things.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to look like to be professional? What are my shoes supposed to be like? How am I supposed to
Which
have
is
my
all a big
hair? And
deal.
all those
Yeah,
things which help
yeah.
them to learn how to be professional. And so you're teaching kids how to be better people, and music is the vehicle.
Wow, that's super cool.
I love that.
Patrick, what was your first impression of Mrs. Cook when you joined choir here?
I was honestly kind of shocked. I was when I first came, I was like, how are we going to make this sound good? And then she came out, and then like her she started with some vocal warm-ups and that kind of stuff.
Sure,
and then I was like, okay, so this is going well. And then she taught us how to do some stuff with solfege, and I didn't know anything solfege at the time, and like that was a big thing.
Sorry, define for me
Yeah,
solfege, because I know music a little bit, but I don't understand
know
that term.
anything.
But can you define that for me a little bit?
So I'm not the best with definitions, I guess, but
But it's how you warm up. Is it how you?
no. So it's just like you match a musical note in a scale. So like if you have C major, it's like C is do, and then you go up. And it's like do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do.
Put on your Julie Andrews and get to it. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, okay, yeah. Oh, that's cool.
So it's a way that they can be given a piece of music without using the piano. And we work on where is middle C. Everyone
very
hums
hard.
C.
Oh,
so they're used
sure,
to
just
it.
try
And
and
then
lock
they
in.
can sing all four parts at the same time with the first time they've seen the music, because they have a skill to be able to read their part.
And she's very good at teaching that. So
oh
that's
my gosh, that is
So it's pretty
rigorous.
sweet.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what I'm hearing is that I still have a chance of being in the choir. Even a tone deaf person can like learn something.
You can.
Okay, teaser alert. We're going to have you all perform later.
Oh, shut up,
Katie,
me.
you don't get to
Oh, good,
perform.
thank
I'm
God.
just going to put that out there.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, Patrick, how rigorous is it? I mean, because obviously, you know, Ms. Cook's talking about the way you look. Everything, little things are big things. How rigorous is this? Because it's obviously fun, but how rigorous is it?
Are you talking solfege or the class?
No, I mean the class itself.
Yeah,
from
the
a
class.
holistic
I
standpoint.
mean, it depends on which class we're talking, because acapella is harder, but it's like you have to pay attention to the details, but you have a lot of people with you, so you're kind of able to like see what other people are doing and be like, oh, that sounds good. But when you're in jazz, you have to sound good on your part, even when there's not other people who know your part. So you have to be able to do it independently.
So you got to just lock in.
Yep.
I can't even, this blows my mind. Patrick, what is the environment like during rehearsals? Like when you guys are getting ready for all these big performances and stuff, what does it feel like?
It's very exciting, and there's a lot of just like, we're very particular about the details, like just making sure that all of the outforms look good. So it can be like we're trying to get everything together, but it ends up really good, but there's a lot of excitement too.
Have you subscribed to our YouTube channel? Go to YouTube, search West Ada School District, and like and subscribe today.
Well, Patrick, obviously performing helps build confidence. Are there some other skills that you've developed throughout your years in choir that maybe surprise you or kind of are a little bit different than just confidence?
Yeah, so one that I'd say is actually bookkeeping. That sounds odd, but like all of the phone vault numbers and all of the binder numbers, like keeping track of that. There's a lot of binders. There's a lot of logistics that go behind that. And I was able to kind of hone in on like making those lists and making sure that everything works, and trying to make a list that is easy for people to read. Like if you look, there's those signs over there, and they have the highlighted in like big bold text because
Sure. Oh yes, I see.
Because people were getting confused which one was their phone vault and the binder number. But yeah, it's really fun, and it's taught me a lot.
That's all matters. I love that you're bringing in more like life skills in addition to being great singers.
Yeah, there's a lot of just behind the scenes things that take a lot of detail and a lot of planning. And so I try to include students in that process.
And give them some buy-in.
Yeah, because then they're like, oh, whoa, like I had no idea you had to do all of that.
Okay, well, so along those lines, Brandi, what's the stuff that like people are going to be watching this that they don't know choir? What do people not know that there are little things that you have to do? Because I'm sure there's a million little logistical things you have to think of, right?
Well, so one of the things that I feel like is interesting with my subject is every quarter we have totally different music. And so it's not the same every year. And I have to kind of puzzle it together. And I like to, my winter concert and my end of the year are more full production shows. Okay. And so, for example, we're on winter concert right now. So I'm working on, I have this spreadsheet with lots of tabs that's like all the lighting cues and all of the sound, which microphones are on and which microphones are off, and building that all out, you know, and who's playing on this? Is it a live band? Is it a track? Is it a just piano? All those different details that have to come together ahead of time to be able to put it together. Or like the end of the year, last year we did our big show at the end of the year, and it was Legends. So it was like all different Whitney Houston and Michael Jackson and all the things.
Sure.
Like all these big names are in that show. And so I ordered a backdrop, so it's got a full set and all kinds of things. And I had musicians come in to play for things. And so there's a lot of back end planning. And then at the same time, you're like in the middle of the concert. Right now, I'm in the middle of winter concert, and January, I have to launch all new stuff. So I also have to have like the next thing all figured out based on the kids I have. So it's not like you can go, oh, we're going to sing this music. I have to go, okay, I've got these kids. What's going to work for them? I have powerhouse tenors, or I have really great basses, or this year I have really good sopranos. What is going to cater to them? Or I have three tenors and a lot of basses. So I need something that doesn't really have a lot of tenor, whatever.
Sure,
you know?
But you have to like find the things that work for your group.
So I'm constantly like on the next project while I'm in this project.
Oh, that's really cool.
That is cool.
But it's a lot, I'm sure. You're juggling
a lot. I'm good at gathering people to help. So I have several volunteers that I have specific things that they help me with. And I have a parent board that has specific things that they help me with, because there's really not a way for me to do everything on my own.
Do you have kids doing the behind the scenes stuff?
I have kids doing several
students.
Things. Yeah, students.
Young adults.
So Patrick has certain things that he does, and I have some volunteers that come in that help me like data entry stuff and help me with various things. So I have an army of helpers.
Oh, that's cool.
That's amazing to build the community like that. Yeah. Patrick, okay, you're in your senior year. How important is it to have like arts education and music and things like that in addition to your core curriculum in school?
It's very important. I think that a lot of people miss out on the arts because they're only focusing on school, but the arts bring so much. Like, I've just been thinking recently a lot about like how the excellence of a product, like, or the excellence of music or that kind of thing, how when you're put under the pressure to perform it on stage, you just like, you have to get every detail right. And then once you do that, you're able to take everything to a next level.
Mm-hmm. That's amazing.
Would you say, I mean, what do you learn in this class that you don't learn in other? Is pressure what you learn here, maybe that you don't learn in other classes? Or what would you say to that question?
It's pressure, but it's a fun pressure.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's kind of like that. It's go time. We doing the podcast, even though like we're recording and things like that, but like it's sink or swim. You don't have a choice. You have to do well.
Yep.
How gratifying is it maybe gratifying isn't the right word for you, Brandi, but how gratifying is it for you to teach young adults and see that them learning how to deal with that pressure? What's that like for you?
I love watching the process because when I get them, they've never sung together. Even if there's kids that I have had before, they have to figure out each group how to sing together, how to work together. And you give them this music that they're starting at the beginning that they can't sing. The songs aren't singing. They don't sound like songs, So you're weeks in before it's starting to sound like a song. And then they start to catch this vision. And then they come to the first concert. So this year in particular, I have this huge choir of freshmen. They've never been to a Rocky concert before, right?
Sure.
And they come the day after the fall concert. I have a whole room full of freshmen at lunch. And they're like, my friend wants to come in at semester. My friend wants to come. So they saw what a concert was like. And then that's electric and it goes to the next thing. Now this next winter concert is way bigger and cooler things, full staging and lighting that they didn't do necessarily at the fall concert. So they don't really know what they're in for. So I love seeing the magic of them seeing what they signed up for. They're like, this is actually going to be so cool.
Yeah. It's a true trust the process.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Well, and teamwork, Patrick. What? I'm sure there's a lot of teamwork going on. What's that like from your perspective in terms of trying to learn how to blend with the person next to you, or what's the teamwork look like for you?
I think that just when I'm working with other people, I have to consider what they are looking at and not only see it from my side. So when we're doing a song and like I'm working on a transition number right now with some of my friends, and we have to all come together and be like, okay, do we think that it sounds best when you're on this part or when you're on this part? And you just have to be able to come together and find the compromise to make it sound as good as possible.
Golly, that's a lot.
It is. Now, Brandi, you have obviously created like a very welcoming culture here that your students feel comfortable bringing their friends. But what would you say to a student who's maybe kind of sitting on the fence? Like, I think I want to do that. Maybe I'm not good enough. Like, do I have to try out? Do I not?
So what I always tell kids is like, just get them in the door. Just bring them down to me and I'll take over. I've done lots of things being like, listen, you have a few class periods. It's like 2 or 3 class periods. If you hate it, we can fill out a schedule change form, but just try it.
You're not going to hate it.
I usually I don't really think I've ever had anyone just leave. They want to stay. And so you can kind of suck them in with that. Like, just try it. Your friend is in here. I won't make you sing a solo.
Right.
That kind of thing.
Patrick, I mean, along the same lines, what words of advice, when you're talking to freshmen or younger students, like, what do you say? Like, hey, choir, you're going to learn some stuff. What do you say? How do you bring them in? Or what would you say to them?
Well, I think that what brings a lot of them in actually is just like seeing the concerts. I know that like when I saw the Beatles concert a few years ago, we did a Beatles production.
Okay.
I wasn't there, but they did a Beatles. But you
saw it, yeah.
Yeah, I saw it, and it was really impressive. So I was like, I really want to try this out. So I think there's that, but then also talking to friends as well. And it's just like a simple, you see someone and you're like, you're in a really boring class. You should just switch over to this one. It's more fun.
Come have some fun.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I can't thank you both enough for doing this. But before we go, we're gonna have the rest of the choir come in. Brandi? What are we gonna see today? What have you been preparing?
So we have been working on all of our winter concert stuff, and we have a few things we're gonna throw out and just hope they go well.
Perfect.
This is our first class period since Thanksgiving break, so they're in remembering what they didn't know before break, and we're gonna just try to sing a couple carols and. I think it'll be fun.
I love that. Well, as we head out from this part of the interview, what would you say to encourage people to be more involved with the arts? I mean, I love that this is a part of West Ada. Well, it's a huge. Why did the arts mean so much to you?
I think it's so powerful. When I've used this line a lot in my life, but I have my own children and they're athletes and all the things. And I remember it was senior night for my son for his football year. And I remember reading this thing that said, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. You hang up that helmet and most people are done. And that's the reality.
Sure.
But the reality that we can sing
for a lifetime,
for our whole life.
Yeah.
And 2 weekends ago, right before Thanksgiving, we hosted a group, rented our auditorium, and they were a group of singers, of women that the choir had been around for 55 years. And there was a woman in the group who had been in the group since it started. She was 88 years old.
Wow.
She sat on the front row and they had a stool for her. And I just sat there and went, oh my gosh, you really can sing your whole life.
That's
and I think if they start this passion here, then they will want to keep singing.
I love it. Well, we're going to bring the whole choir in here.
Yeah.
And we just can't thank you both enough for taking the time to let us come in and invade your space today. It's very cool.
Thank you.
West Ada is proud to partner with Purposity, a platform that connects community members to the specific needs of our students and families. Through Purposity, you can make a direct impact by fulfilling essential needs like clothing, school supplies, and hygiene items. Join us in spreading kindness and making a lasting impact by signing up at purposity.com. You'll find the link in today's show notes.
Hark, hear the bells, bright silver bells, now echoing good news they bring. Be of good cheer, Christmas is here, now all is well, sing, ring a bell, loudly they ring, each answering, billing near, loudly ding-dong. This is the year, peace will appear, hatred will cease, love will increase, stars will see, blessings will be, God's coming here, no need to fear. Love is agreeing, love is revealing, love is our being, we are all one. Christmas bells ring out and love's a treasure, so we sing this song in merry measure. Spreading the word, let it be heard, each bell a part of loving heart. Don't hear the bells, bright silver bells, now echoing good news they bring. Be of good cheer, Christmas is here, now all is love, sing, ring a bell, loudly they ring, each answering, filling the air, loudly ding-dong. This is the year, peace will appear, hatred will cease, love will increase, stars will see, blessings will be, God's coming here, no need to fear. Love is agreeing, love is revealing, love is our being, we all are one. Christmas bells ring out and love's a treasure, so we sing this song in merry measure. Spreading the word, let it be heard, each bell a part of loving heart. Hark, hear the bells, bright silver bells, now echoing good news they bring. Ding dong, ding dong.
Well, I'm sorry that Katie, you could not perform
Well,
with,
I really
with these amazing
I really wanted
kids.
to hurt everybody's ears today.
We're going to let that slide. But how amazing are these kids?
Ken, I'm not kidding. I want to be in this class. I want to learn how to sing like these students.
Well, I knew some music stuff when he was talking about. So I was like, I've never done that, and so just really cool to get to see this. And anyway, we're thankful that you're here. So excited for the holiday season that's coming up. Thank you for being here. Please subscribe wherever you get your podcast, whether on Spotify or Google, Amazon. If you listen on iTunes, please rate us and leave a review. You can go to youtube.com for the video version. And this is one of those that I always say, you want to see this because
Absolutely.
to see these kids perform is pretty cool. But
special.
it's going to be a great thing. And you can listen to past episodes at westada.org/podcast. And it's just great. Yeah.
And Ken and I love to hear from you. Thank you to those of you who reach out to us. Please send us ideas or comments about our episodes. You can reach us at communicate@westada.org, and we'll be sure to respond to you, especially if you have any fun show ideas coming up. And we will be back with another awesome episode of the West Ada Podcast.
In 2026.
2026. That's crazy.
Well, I guess we'll see you guys next year. Thanks for being here.